Safer Sephiroth has an attack called Supernova, which is infamous for its incredibly long duration, clocking in at just over 2 minutes. The animation shows a comet swooping in from outside the galaxy, tearing through the solar system, and finally crashing into the sun, causing it to explode and devour the inner solar system. It's even his final smash. However, if you're incredibly bored like me, you might notice that the comet takes 27 seconds to travel from Pluto to the sun, which, if you do the math, depending on where Pluto is in its orbit, means the comet has an average speed anywhere from about 500 to 1,000 times the speed of light, which is a lot. Now, if you want the boring analysis, we've completely broken the laws of physics, so in a fantasy setting we can just make up what happens at this point. As velocity approaches the speed of light, kinetic energy starts to approach infinity, so let's suspend our disbelief for a bit and pretend that our general formula hold up at 1000 C, because otherwise we're just children on the playground one-upping each other in our game of make-believe. So, our comet is going exceedingly fast. Is that enough to destroy Pluto, Jupiter, and the rings of Saturn as it passes through them? From my research, in order to destroy a planet, and anyone tracking my search history, I promise that's what these Google searches were for, or I suppose any celestial body, you need to add enough energy to exceed the gravitational binding energy, or GBE, of said planet, which can be approximated using this formula. Obviously, Jupiter is going to have the largest GBE, so we take G is 6.67 times 10 to the minus 11 meters cubed per kilogram second squared, R as around 70,000 kilometers, and M is estimated to be around 1.9 times 10 to the 27 kilograms. And then we throw those numbers out the window and just ask Wolfram Alpha what the GBE of Jupiter is, and it gives us around 2 times 10 to the 30 megajoules. So our comet would need to have at least that much kinetic energy in order to destroy the planet like it did. Fortunately, or unfortunately if you happen to live anywhere in the solar system, at these speeds our comet just might have the potential to do that. The orbits of Saturn and Jupiter are about 4.4 AU or 660 billion kilometers apart from each other, and our comet's journey only really makes sense if the planets are essentially perfectly lined up with the sun. So as it takes about 8.25 seconds for our comet to travel between the two planets, it will have a speed of about 265 C for this leg of its journey. If we pretend that the energy transfer is 100% efficient, then in order to have that much kinetic energy, our comet would need a minimum of 654 trillion kilograms of mass, about triple the size of Halley's Comet. Now, this might sound like a lot, but the largest comet known to mankind is 2060 Chiron, with an estimated radius almost 20 times larger than Halley's Comet, and an estimated mass of 4.8 quintillion kilograms.